Is co-streaming bad for League of Legends? In a new Team Liquid video yesterday, Spawn did a 20v1 where he was arguing against 20 Redditors, which they notably included Raz and a few other content creators as Redditors, so it was pretty great. But he made that case that yes, co-streaming is bad. Now, those of you that have been following me since 2021 probably already know my opinion on this because this is actually one of the initial controversies that I got in trouble for here on TikTok. But look, there are two sides to this. First, from a consumer point of view, yes, co-streaming is good for League of Legends because you have more options to watch the broadcast, to watch competitive esports than ever before with your favorite creators. But notably, the quality of the main broadcast itself has gone down a bit as you're losing some of your top talent to co-streams. But again, from a consumer point of view, it is a good thing. However, from a business point of view, it is terrible. We've not seen this massive incremental viewership. It's mostly been people switching away from the main broadcast to go to their favorite co-streamers. Growth has been steady, but not any different than it has been for years past. At least on the international side. Domestic, I think we've already covered enough that viewership is somewhat dropping. And if you've ever watched a co-stream, you know one of the massive benefits is during the commercial breaks, you get to listen to your favorite creator talk and not pay attention to the ads. So what has happened? Well, K-Drill went from being on broadcast and making, I don't know, Spawn used an estimate of $300,000 to millions of dollars. So all the money that went away from sponsorship revenue in low esports is advertisers look at it and be like, okay, well, nobody's actually watching my ads midway through, or at least even less than already was happening before because people naturally tune out the ads. Well, why would I continue to pay whenever people are just watching K-Drill talk over everything? And when Riot has failed on monetization elsewhere in low esports, and we are now more reliant on sponsorship revenue than ever before to get passed through to the teams, yeah, it is a problem, plain and simple. The perfect world would be Riot pays all these top co-streamers, all this top talent to be on the broadcast. That's how it used to be, and it's all centralized, which allows them to maximize on the amount of sponsorships that they can get because you're directly serving them to people on the show. But now, that money has kind of passed through to the creators. You can't really put the cat back in the bag though, can you? Too many people would revolt. So this is now the reality that we're in. So they need to find different ways to monetize given that the main broadcast viewership numbers continue to dwindle year over year over year, even if the overall viewership number remains exactly the same, if not growing a little bit.